spread out. We know the first Egyptians were black because this is the first generation of Ham. Black folks. And all the DNA and the science agree with that, which is exciting to us. The first king that ever walked the face of the earth was Nimrod. And as I've said before, you got to take the good with the bad, but Nimrod was a black man. He's a descendant. Ham was his grandfather. We're not talking about generation after, So we know that we know that the Egyptians, that these are black folks moving forward. This is a picture of Absalom. Shout out to James C. Lewis. These photographs that he had, and I have many of them. You'll see another one in just a moment. These photographs, his depictions, they're just so wonderful. What is important for us to understand, and one of the things that I've been trying to teach you, is that when you understand the Table of Nations, when you understand, who's black and who's not, the names start jumping off the page. You start seeing them through scripture, Tyre and Sidon, Nineveh, these various places. You start seeing these names and you realize, after looking at Genesis chapter 10, verses 6 through 20 of those folks, you realize that these people are black-skinned people. All right? When you start looking at the descendants of Shem, you start seeing this mixing that begins to occur on a regular basis. See, when Israel goes into Canaan land, they don't destroy everybody. They're just dealing with the pagan worship that's going on. That's what God sends them in for. They don't destroy everybody. And there's this mixing that goes on. Judah, the tribe of Judah that Jesus would come through. I'm ahead of myself a little bit, but maybe I'll say it twice. Judah, the tribe of Judah that Jesus will come through. The two sons that he has that are in the line of Jesus, which is mentioned in Matthew chapter 1, verses 1 through 5, those two sons are from a Canaanite woman. So when we look at the genealogy of Jesus, we can already prove of his dark skin, brown skin, black skinned heritage. It's not hard. Once you know what you're looking at, it's not difficult. And when you trace it, when you trace him, then you understand that Jesus was definitely a person of color. Afro-Asiatic, however however you've heard that, a person of color, and the Bible describes his hair. The Bible describes his skin. And Revelation also describes God's skin, but we're not going to deal with that tonight. But isn't that exciting to know? And some of you say, well, what difference does it make? It made a difference to somebody. They decided to make him a totally different race. And these heroes that we have in the Bible, they decided to make them. I've seen stuff where Canaanites have been made white. They weren't. We were there in the biblical narrative, making a difference. And there are places in the Bible where God describes us, and he always describes our skin in a very positive light. The word maratz I've given to you before. The Hebrew word maratz means polished to perfection. When he describes honesty, right? Leper can't change his spots. When he's talking about honesty, he uses a black man, a black Ethiopian as an example. Just an absolute blessing when you know